Oh, I just went full screen. I see a lot of people now.
What's up?
Hey, good afternoon. It's Lieutenant Colonel Sanchez over at that too. How you doing?
Hey, Will, what's going on? It's been a while.
Hey, doing good. Yeah, just checking in.
Yeah.
Can't be there in person, but hey, I can be on video.
Hey, Jake, it's Colonel Bishop. I'm giving you a run for rattiest hairdo.
You trying to turn all camera on?
My cheeks are starting to hurt from smiling and seeing all these happy faces. A lot of them I haven't seen in quite a while. So this will be our first and last meeting using this medium. So we're going to get set up to do this at a venue that's not Zoom. Zoom's just not approved for us to do an official type meeting, even though all of us right now should be on personal phone or personal computer. We can't, we're restricted from having an official meeting. So this is going to be a friendly meeting. That being said, let's go ahead and take advantage of all of us being in the same place at the same time, virtually at least, to have a Q&A. So some meaningful connections we can certainly build. Aaron, that looks fantastic on your face. Thanks. And if you've got questions, put them in the chat, and then over to Chief Weber, who's in the office.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool way to communicate, I think, in light of the situation. So it's good to see everybody that's on the chat. I mean, if we're getting at least 50 of us together talking, that's pretty cool. I look forward to doing less of this way. I miss you guys. I miss seeing everybody day in and day out, but this is a good way to connect. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope your families are doing well. And first and foremost, I hope you're staying healthy and safe out there. It's kind of freaky. I hate the visit to the grocery store, to be quite honest. And I really want to thank everybody for all of the work that you guys are doing behind the scenes, especially the folks that are, I mean, we got our folks that are sitting up the watch every day. Totally appreciate you guys pulling on that rope. We have a job to do to take care of our mission here, but that stuff doesn't happen without everybody else behind the scenes. So greatly appreciate you doing this stuff from home. That's really all I have at this point.
Thanks, Chief.
All right, the first question we have is about physical assessments. What kind of guidance do we have for our members and the people administering the tests?
Fitness assessments are on pause until further notice. There will be no members touching other members doing fitness assessments. That was easy. Next.
Okay. The second question we have is about PME. What kind of address do you have about CDC testing or any other kind of testing that needs done?
Yeah, that's a good question. So yesterday, I did see David Bishop came in to administer a test from an EADS member doing ALS. So case by case, really. Even though our test center is officially on pause, David, do you want to address that or no? Or is case by case the right answer?
Actually, I can address that, sir.
Got it.
Talked with the Sergeant Bishop just sent out an email to everybody. It will, if you have people that need to test and that stuff and it's going to affect their promotion, it is a case by case thing. You need to send it up through your leadership, talk with your chiefs, and we'll assess that situation. Right now, if you don't need to test, I wouldn't test. I mean, you might as well take advantage of it. But if it's going to hold up somebody's promotion and that stuff, by all means, we'll address it. So bring it up. Yeah, just bring it up through your chiefs.
Yep, and that's I think that's the right way to look at that is if it's going to hurt the member, then we want them to take the test. Yes.
Okay, the next question we have is, Cuomo just extended the social distancing and non-essential business closures. Do we resume normal when he gives us the green light, or does something else drive our return to normal?
So that's a really good question, and one that I don't have the answer to. we would have to consult with state leadership. So state leadership was really good that they decentralized our HPCon Charlie and then Delta decisions to the local level. So I assume as we turn back on, it's going to be more of a county by county determination and not a one solution for the whole state. So, and I don't know what that is. We did see today, New York Stay at Home was extended out through May 15th. Current New York State guidance for teleworking was good through April 30th. So we expect General Shields will extend that to coincide with the state. But as far as us resuming normal ops, I think if we felt comfortable bringing folks back to work and that we weren't going to risk the mission, then I think New York State would allow us to do that. But I do know that there is absolutely zero tolerance for mission risk from the combatant commander. So from NORAD's perspective. So we may actually be away from the mission longer than we see civilian life starting to quote unquote get back to normal. So that's our job to keep track of that. And once the triggers are determined, to let folks know what they are, but we don't even know what they are. It's a good question.
All right, next one we have, for work centers or offices with one member, are they able to go to work? They're having connection issues that are easier to access while at work.
I think I would leave that to squadron leadership to make the determination case by case. But so what we've seen as a way to crack that nut, if you will, Mr. Jones, for instance, will come in for maybe half a day, gather up all the things that he needs, and then can go home and be productive. So we really don't want to slowly turn people back on because they're just one guy working in a shop. Next thing you know, now there's 3 cubicles in a row that all have just one guy working in a shop, and we really don't want to do that. So please route that request through your squadron leadership.
All right, so the next one we have is related to one you had before. When it's time to go back to work, will we be designating a phased approach to get back to normal, or will our new normal just be as it was before?
I would expect it to be a phased, carefully thought out plan where we slowly reintegrate.
We have a follow-up to the PT question. There were some guidance about getting the April and May tests pushed out a number of months. Do you know if there's any guidance to get the June test pushed out a number of months, or if we're clear to go back to work, are we going to test in June? The ones that are due in June.
I'm due in June. I plan to be ready to test.
So I guess what he's saying is be ready to test in June. But if it gets rolled back, it gets rolled back.
Thanks, Chief. That was more artfully stated.
Next question we have is there any insight to any changes coming to the coming capstone?
I'm going to defer to IG for that one. And I'll tell you, Kathy, ACC IG secretary left a email for me today that he wants to talk for 15 or 20 minutes sometime later this week, which seems like that'd be tomorrow. Stop taking my picture, Rex.
That's Sergeant Van Dusen joining in FaceTime. She can't get in.
Oh my goodness. It's a virtual.
Yes.
Okay. We don't see her. We just see the reflections of the tiles. But if she can see us, that's good.
Okay, we have some feedback from Colonel Sundat. She says, capstone update. Currently, October ACC inspections are not affected. ACC IG will resume inspections on 1 July. Any July or August capstone will be a midpoint inspection instead, with normal capstones resuming on 1 September. We'll need to press forward with our survey responses, and with the list of deliverables ACC needs, IG members will be sending the list of deliverables to each unit in the coming week.
Awesome. Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, so with an email to follow, right? With all the stuff that got shared this morning. Thanks.
All right, so the next one we have, do you expect a lift on the use or lose leave this year?
So based on precedent in the past, when people were put into a position where they couldn't take leave, be it ops tempo or other things, the Air Force certainly did that. I expect, and this is me making a supposition based on 31 years of Air Force experience, that I think big Air Force will make an exception. So short answer is yes, but I haven't seen that in writing yet.
From Sergeant Taylor, were you speaking to her when you said Amy, or was that another Amy?
Oh, sorry, Amy off. Yeah, I thought I heard Amy off tone of question.
Okay. All right, so the next question we have is, there's been talk about putting people in hotels to continue the mission. Are we past that point with a slight decline in cases?
No, and that's all I want to say about it on this format.
Has there been any update to the DoD travel restrictions? Is it still 11 May, or do you know of any plans for it to be extended?
Yep, we heard yesterday that it's just been pushed out through the end of June. Haven't seen it written down yet, though. I will say, in spite of the travel restrictions, New York State has been very helpful when we've requested the exceptions, either for emergency compassion leave or to bring new AGR members into New York State from other places. We haven't had New York State tell us no yet. So does that jive, Chief Weber?
That does jive, but I think the other part of it is we have members that are trying to leave here, so we're gonna have to have that conversation also.
Copy. Yep. Yeah, we that's worked for the outbound ones as well, thinking about Brian Freshwater for starters. Okay. Next question.
Okay, with the increase in the Office of Chief Medical Examiner mission in the New York City area, have EADS volunteers been considered to be allowed to help with cadaver removal or testing in different areas around the state?
No, I'm not aware of any EADS volunteers to go participate in that mission.
I'm not either. I know of one.
Okay, next question we have is, are open positions put on hold during the lockdown?
Are open positions? So what AGR? What's the question? Are open positions put on hold?
That's the whole question. I'm assuming whether it's AGR or civilian.
Okay. I'll answer the question as best I can. We've been doing AGR boards virtually, not just in the unit, across the state. So as far as bringing civilians on board, I think that's going to be harder for us to do, because the folks in Latham that are a big part of that process are not able to be very effective.
Though we did just do a civilian hiring board for our DPH.
Yep, Jason Taylor can take that.
Yeah, sir. We also hired a contracting officer. Now he is probably going to get mobilized in his Army Guard unit, but
Yeah.
we brought him on board, and I've had, I think, 3 postings I've seen happen during this. So the state is still telecommuting and getting stuff done. So I don't foresee any bigger delays, or I don't think we'll notice any larger delays than we're already fighting because of the PD issue that's not resolved yet.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. You forgot to say, coming to you live from the Eagle's Nest, JT from the SS.
That is where I'm at.
Pallet ceiling looks awesome. And Rex, are you showing us Chief Layton and Natasha? Is that what's going on there? The split screen?
Yes, sir. That's Chief Layton and Van Dusen.
Okay. All right, Rex, you're going to win conference MVP, and you're going to get a sore hand.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks. And before I forget, Will Sanchez keeps jumping around from one tile to the other. Will, how'd everything go for you? Did you came on MPA days?
That's correct, sir. The orders dropped down yesterday unofficially. I got the copy of the draft orders today, and
Okay.
I just finished up with my processing for my current job and with the civilian sector, and getting ready to go.
Awesome. Thanks for being the epitome citizen airman for us. We appreciate your help.
Glad to be of help, sir.
Great. John, next question.
All right, are there any plans to hold virtual retirement ceremonies or promotion ceremonies to recognize folks while we are teleworking?
Yeah, so before I defer to the chief on that, she just had a meeting with the other chiefs. I'm gonna have to ask Matt Pellin to stop doing whatever you're doing with your hand because it's freaking me out. Thanks. Go ahead, Chief Weber.
We're talking at the chief level about how we're going to do promotion ceremonies and actually even award ceremonies. We realize that we can't stop doing that stuff. And the last thing we want to do is not recognize our people and stop that recognition at the right level. So we're talking about how we're going to do it, and it is going to probably be in a virtual platform. First, we're going to work it out with the different squadrons and kind of see because what works for the support squadron doesn't necessarily work for the operations squadron. So we're going to have to work through some of those things, but you can expect that promotion ceremonies and award ceremonies will be done virtually.
Awesome, thank you. And changes of command.
Yeah, changes of command. And I think Chief Layton was talking about that even today for his, he was making it funny that his retirement could possibly be done virtually.
No, he's not that short. He's not that short. He couldn't get more than 10 people to come to that thing anyway. I can't tell if he can hear me or not. Does he hear it all right, Rex?
He can hear you.
All right. Awesome. Thanks.
Short.
Say again?
I'm at 35 days. That's pretty short.
That is pretty, holy cow. 30, yeah, I think maybe we'll get turned back on just in time. That can be our first real reunification moment. Could be to say goodbye to Chief Layton. That would be fantastic. Anyway, fingers crossed. That's a good question. Thanks. What's next, John?
All right, next question we have. If folks do need to come to the installation, should they be wearing a mask?
Absolutely. Yep, even just your interaction with the defender at the front gate, you owe it to that defender that you are capturing your respiratory droplets and depositing them down your shirt and not onto the security force member. Right, Sean? Yes, thank you.
So as of now, that's all the questions we've received so far, unless you have anything else.
Nope, I don't have any questions.
Right. Looks like the floor is yours, sir.
Well, I feel a little bit like some of you guys are too young to remember. Some of you guys remember the romper room lady when she held her magic lollipop and she looked at all her friends that came out to play. This feels a little romper roomy, and it's giving me a warm childhood memory. And I'd like to give everybody that I can see, at least who took the opportunity to join via video, maybe they could say hi, say something. Matt, how about I poll? Matt, how are you? How's your family?
We're good, sir. We're doing what we can, making do with what we got. So,
Okay.
I will add real quick with the probably moving over to CVR for future town halls and communications. I'm looking for the official guidance, but I believe we will be able to add external webcams if you're using your government device. That like I've got my laptop that has the camera disabled, so I'm looking for that official guidance. But CVR will be approved for FOUO and CUI information, so that's why we're kind of moving towards that guidance.
Great. Thanks, Matt.
I'll get with you on that, Sergeant Pellin. I've seen the
Okay.
guidance. It is.
Yeah, I've seen it. I just got to find it to push it out. But I know we can plug in external webcams if your device does not have one.
Hey, this is Major Sanchez here. We're actually doing a lot of work with the CVR. I spent a lot of time today just creating a whole bunch of the teams and the channels and everything. And that's one of the things that we're kind of looking into it. And we're running into that issue of like not everybody having the camera enabled. So I think that if we can move forward with getting that kind of fixed and aligned, that would really, really help, especially with CVR.
Awesome. Thanks, Christian, for that update. We'll go right around. We already talked to Will. Good to see you again, Will, and Chief Weber. And Russ doesn't have his video on, and we can see you, Kathy, but we just can't hear you. Okay. Sean Redden. Sean, nothing for the group?
Doing well, sir. Got 5 days on, 5 days off. I don't have COVID, so I'm happy. My morale's up.
Fantastic. Keep staying clean.
Yep.
All right, thanks. Hi, Jen King.
We're all doing good here. Alpha Flight's on duty, and everybody's doing well.
Great. And you homeschooling as you can over there?
We are very busy homeschooling. They have me all day long.
Yeah, fantastic.
Complicated.
Thanks. Stay sane. Yes. Jake Searles.
Hey, sir, how you doing? All good.
Awesome.
Yep. I'm gonna have to get myself a homemade haircut here soon, so I'm a little nervous about that. But we're
I
doing
can
good.
give you pointers.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I like your outcomes.
Yeah, no, you would not be happy with that. Thanks, Jake. I see David Bowers up there too. How you doing, David?
Good, Colonel. We tried out the CVR, worked pretty well.
Okay. The CVR's on its way. And Mike Carson, I see you next. Saw your email today on CVR. So I'm a deficient commander and haven't set myself up yet.
That's okay, sir. We're just checking on you and the rest of the commanders and the chiefs and making sure that you guys are be able to effectively communicate with everybody. So
I couldn't before. Why would that be different now?
well, I come representing the current state. So my
Yeah,
COVID-19 shirt.
Yeah.
I've already assisted others with government laptops with turning cameras on for them. So whoever needs that help can just come see me or reach out to me. I will be in on Monday to do a few tasks. So I'll be taking care of some tasks. So if anybody needs anything, just hit me up beforehand so I can schedule and coordinate. But I'm just glad that my the mother, my daughter's is she's recovered from her COVID-19. So count our blessings with everything. My kids didn't get it, so
Great
and
news.
my daughter turned 11. My daughter turned 11 today. So
awesome. Happy birthday.
yes, sir.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate the update. Keep
Thank you,
staying
sir.
healthy. Jason Taylor, anything left from you?
Nothing else, sir.
Raj, thanks for your help. Colt Brum, I see you with your deputy.
he left. So
Got bored.
So you're stuck with me. So yeah, I'm glad that you were able to recognize me. The name in the corner helps because I mean I've got my COVID beard and my hair's long now. So yeah, I'm loving all the beards around here. That's wicked.
Yeah, you're no longer the outlier.
Yeah, seriously, you guys look good. So yeah, It's really good to see everybody, and it's been really awesome over the last week or so. How many of you are signing up for that CPI Greenbelt training? Dude, there's so many. There's like 24. There's you guys are rocking, and so I'm here to help you with that. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you haven't signed up yet, get after it. It's great training and everything like that. So the other thing, everybody keep up the social distancing. And don't get lulled into a sense of comfort because the cases are starting to drop. The cases are starting to drop because we're social distancing. We haven't done anything or figured out anything to actually do about the virus. So the only way we can manage this thing right now is to keep our distance. So, and it is impacting young people, people our age, people older, people younger. It's not, early on we thought it was just older folks. It's not. So keep up the good work and stay safe out there.
Awesome. Thank you, Colt. Rex.
Sir. Nothing here. I'm just waiting for this to get over. My arms getting.
Right. You know what, Rex?
I'm just joking.
I knew you were going to be the meeting MVP.
I dropped it twice already.
Your people owe you.
No, I mean, I was going to say, what I was going to say was already mentioned by Carson and Pallant. One of the focus, my shop's focus is to get to a platform that's safe for us to use. That's also will provide the capabilities that we need to communicate effectively. So that's why we're trying to get everybody in the CBR. It's a good platform for file sharing in an FOU environment also, and also provides this capability like this, what we're doing in Zoom. It also provides that. So enough said on that, sir.
Excellent. Thanks, Rex, to you and your team. And thanks for helping out your Sharp Senior enlisted cadre there. Yeah, we see you, Natasha. And the next tile for me is Aaron. How you doing, Aaron?
Doing pretty good, sir. Happy and healthy here on the farm.
Excellent. You have any extra lamb up there that need eaten or anything like that?
No, we already killed them all.
Oh, okay. All right. Outstanding. Okay, thanks. And then I see stay safe up on the hill there. Amy Uff is next.
Hi, sir. No, we're all doing fine. Being the teacher for our children is definitely tasking, but we're doing a great job. And I'm looking forward to the big picnic that our unit's going to give us once we get back to work.
Amen.
I'm thinking lobster, shrimp, prime rib.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. You're in charge.
All right. Can I have your credit card?
I'll have one. But thanks, Amy. Yeah, keep staying safe. Boy, you're about 100 miles away from Alcorta, right? He's all the way up in Remsen, and then you're all the way down south of the valley.
Yeah, I'm down by Cooperstown area, so.
Yeah, and then Jake Searles is all the way up in Saratoga. It's a pretty diverse group. Thanks. And I don't know who Lori user account is. Who is that?
Parrish.
That's Lori Parrish.
Hey, sir.
Hey, there you are, Lori. I didn't see your video before. I just saw your
Yeah,
name.
I had it muted there.
Got it. How's everything? How's your family?
We're doing well, sir. Thanks.
Yeah. Awesome. And thanks. Keep staying safe. I'm laughing because I'm going to go over to Drew Roper, and I just saw him take a big bite of his finally getting after his lunch. How you doing, Drew?
Hey, sir. How you doing? I'm well. Yeah, I just got home. Yeah, all's good here down in Virginia. Everybody seems to be have a good attitude and keeping up with events. And I've been, especially the people that have kids, just trying to keep a pulse on them for the whole homeschooling situation while still having to work. But all in all, I think everybody's doing well down here. So it's good to hear people talk and converse and and kind of rib each other at the same time. So happy to be here.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks, Goat. It's good to see you. Yeah, stay clean and stay sane.
Likewise, sir. Good to see you.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I agree. Kathy Sunda, excellent plan. Chief Layton, I can see you now in a standalone tile. You got to come off mute. There you go.
I'm on my own here, flying solo now.
Nice. Yeah, you doing what you can to stay healthy?
Yeah, we're doing well here, keeping the elders and the family safe and healthy, and all is good.
Yeah. Are you the primary provisioner, run out and getter guy for the family?
I am, between Barb and I, we are, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, keep staying safe and distance out there.
We'll do. We've made some masks, so we're doing it all.
Excellent. Thanks, Chief. I see Joe Pierce's face just popped up there too. Hey, Joe. See, you can't hear you, but I assume you're staying well and being safe.
His mic's off.
There you go.
There it is.
Hey, Joe.
Wife and I are doing okay. The Microsoft Teams is working for SCX. We're able to share, as Rex said, documents and have meetings together. It's working out well for us.
Excellent. Thanks, Joe. Holler if you need anything. I'm going to pull one more guy, Ben Plumley. I see you on video, and we went by you earlier.
Hey, sir. How are you?
Awesome. Thanks.
I'm doing well here, minus the snowflakes I can see out my windows.
Yeah, don't.
Getting tired of it.
Yes, and the 10-day forecast is just as gloomy. So I keep telling myself that, better days are right around the corner. And then I remember that
here for quarantine.
They're not going to let us play golf anyway. So
No.
may as well, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. We'll see. Hopefully we'll get turned loose here in the middle of May and be able to get out on the grass. Awesome. Well, thanks for participating, guys, and thanks for turning in questions. Whoever had questions to ask, and day to day, don't wait for an event like this. If you got a burning ask, send it up through the squadron, and we'll take care of it as best we can. So with that, before I turn it over to the Chief Weber, I just want to say thanks. I enjoyed this. We'll do it again soon, and we'll do it on a DoD approved format. Thanks. Over to you, Chief. You're muted.
Okay, that should be better. It was good to see everybody in this forum. This is a great way to get together. Like I said before, I really miss you guys. I miss seeing you day to day. I really do. And what Colt said earlier, our number one job right now is stopping this pandemic, right? So whatever we can do, and I know it's going to be tough as we get into this nicer weather, but we can't lose sight of trying to keep everybody safe from this virus. So please do what you can to stay safe. And again, thanks for everything that you're doing.
Fantastic. Thank you, Chief. And then any closing comments or thoughts, John, before we drop off?
Yes, sir. We had one more question pop up.
Yeah.
I know this is a tough time given that we're going through, but since we are a guard, is there anything that we're doing or that we're able to do to support our community?
Ooh. Yeah, so that's a tough one. Let me share my thoughts on that. Number one, like Chief Weber just reinforced, and we heard from Colt, and you know what my guidance is. is that your job while you're not in your work center is to be home and keeping yourself safe and prepared to execute the mission. As guardsmen, we also have a responsibility to our community. So I can't tell you that you should cease engagements with what community things that you've been engaged with in the past. I will tell you, you must continue to follow the local guidance for social distancing. Don't be going to bootleg church assemblies in the basements. Okay, things of that nature. If you can help where appropriate and you can protect yourself, of course, you should continue that engagement. I would hope that engagement and that help would be virtual versus in person. So I really would not be comfortable with folks going to the food pantry to hand out food, for instance. So I'm going to rely on members to use their best judgment there. And if you have a question, ask your supervisor. Always, always, always ask. So that being said, I do want to let you know that as we had an opportunity to meet with General LaBarge and Chief Dooley the other day, when there's a disaster like this that's upon us and the national media is full of guardsmen, and we see guardsmen pitching in to help out in areas like New York and New Jersey, I feel like that when we're not in a emergency situation and we're going to ring the bell at Walmart, or we're going to hand out turkeys at Thanksgiving, I feel like we're doing ourselves a disservice that we can't do that in uniform. So I basically asked if there's a way we can take a look at the Guard changing its policy on us representing ourselves as airmen in uniform in the community when we do those types of things later this year. I know I got a little off topic, but I think that was related.
And I think there are other ways to help out the community in safer ways. I mean, I know I've gone shopping for my neighbors who were not able to go out because of their situation. So just those small things, I mean, maintaining that social distance is important, but even that little thing, and I know a few of us have gone and donated blood or plasma. I mean, those are small ways that I think you can help out the community without putting yourself and others at risk.
Thank you, Chief. And thanks, John. Any more pop-ups or short notice?
Can I chime in on that for a sec?
Yeah, Colt.
All right. So I know it can be hard to fight that inclination of feeling like you're not doing anything. The world's crashing down and you're not doing anything to help. And as guardsmen, that's the impulse, right? Is to rush to where the fight is and do something about it. But it's really, really important to remember that what you're doing to help the fight is making sure that you aren't the person that gives somebody else a virus that you don't know you have. So you are doing something just by staying home. And it's a really, really important thing to be doing. So that's not to say that nothing else can be important. You might still, you still need groceries. It's great to help out people who are quarantined or to give blood and a couple of other things like that. But really, really think about anything that you're doing and think about whether it's worth the risk of transmitting the virus that you don't know you have.
Excellent. Thanks for that reminder. That's important. And because it's counterintuitive, we're going to have to keep hearing that for it to sink in. Thanks, Colt. I guess last try, John. Anything else new pop up?
Nothing else, sir.
Fabulous. Well, thanks for taking the lead on getting this put together. We do appreciate that. And sorry we had to kick off some folks that were joined with their government equipment instead of their personal equipment. So we'll get it better for next time on a different platform. That's all I have. I'm gonna drop, and you guys don't have to, I suppose. It's your meeting, right, John?
Yep, you're the stars though. So once you're done, then we'll wrap this up. I am recording this so we can put it out for everybody to see that wasn't able to log in, and I'll have that up as soon as I can.
Okay. Great. And I did, before we drop off, I want to acknowledge, I just saw a pop up. Michelle Gagnon, we see you. You were not on there before, now you are.
I was.
How are you? How's your family? Are you guys staying safe?
We are. We quarantined. My mom told her she can't leave because she is high risk. So I've been doing all the shopping for her. And then Derek and I are sharing homeschool duties. And thankfully, I'm able to still do all the airspace management scheduling from home. I haven't had any issues with that. Other than all the pilots now know my phone number, but
Oh, good Lord.
I use my cell phone for it, but that's okay. So, but it's been working, so we're good.
Awesome. Thanks. Keep doing what you can to stay safe.
Thanks, sir. You too.
Alrighty. Thanks. And I don't see anybody else, so I'm going to drop off.
Stay safe, everybody. It's been good.
Thanks a lot. I hope you guys are all good.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Look at, there's a whole nother page of people, and the chaplain was there.
Dude, Rex, I can't believe you're still holding that up. That's
Rex, stop it. Put that thing down. You're giving me a cramp.
You got your PT in for the day.
I feel terrible.
Most of it, sir.
John
That's-
Lake.
Got in late, but I got a little bit.
Okay. Awesome.
That's some good Air Force PT, holding up a phone. That's
Yeah.
Right.
And Jason
Hey.
Calandra, I see you're on there too.
Yeah, doing planks for your arms.
You know what, Rex? I keep going over to your neighborhood, right, about once a week to drop things off to my mother-in-law. I should just probably tell you where she lives, and then you can drop things off to my mother-in-law.
There you go. I do the runs for our household too.
Okay. All right, I'll be in touch.
All right, sir.
All right. I'm out for real this time.
Sure.